Where do women belong in your life? Do women belong in your life as a man? So what's the problem, right? As a grounded masculine man, that's who I'm speaking to in my audience. That's who I hope you are. That's who I speak into the listening of, is that best version of yourself man out there that I assert we all want to be. That life, a man's world, man's life, is cold, it's harsh, it's isolated. Why? Because you got to build yourself up brick by brick, day by day, chopping the wood, putting in the work. You have to make something of yourself. Fellas, that's just is what it is. Now, there are some benefits to it. For my young brothers, you're going to feel it the most because you haven't had a lot of time on the clock. You haven't had the experience to build into yourself. This cold, harsh world that we go through, dog eat dog, competition, you can thrive inside of it. We can make greatness. That's the other side of the coin, is that the longer you keep going, fellas, it all pays off in the end. Why? Because masculine value, especially when we're talking to sexual dating market, masculine value only increases. You only become more valuable the longer you live. Honestly, just by default, because if you are able to survive, that genetically proves that you're of a certain standard. You can make it. You are resourceful. A lot of people get tied up that, it's all about the money, right? That's one of the first big distractions. If you got money, it's easy. Yeah, it can be if you are desperate, if you don't care about quality, if you're just worried about getting lucky, if sex, what I'm talking to, if for you that's a conversation of he got lucky, plug into this conversation, because if that's the case, I've made content on it before, you've already missed the mark. See, as a grounded, mature, masculine man, the value that you bring to the table, being willing to lead, that is what masculine strength is all about, because we are conditioned by this hard life, this cold environment, by the isolation that nobody's going to love us. Nobody's going to hand out shit for us. As of today, present 2025, there are no campaigns, taking applications, government handouts to make it easier on men. What's the solution? Pull up your bootstraps, all that good shit, and just put in the work. It's do what you have to do. And that's the very fucking thing that makes you valuable. That's the very fucking thing that makes you indispensable, because you are so willing to be the bigger, broader, badder of the energy. Again, divine masculine energy. That's going to condition you for things and build value into yourself from the jump. Let me also make you aware about divine masculine and feminine energy. This is not an on or off situation. We all, you, I, your boy right here, I have spent years embracing, flowing in my divine feminine energy, needing to soften my edges. I'm a girl dad, y'all. I got 2 daughters sitting out there at the table right now, getting their meal on. And how can you be prepared for that? How can I make those young ladies not end up in this same pissy dating pool? How can I make them the best that they can be if I can't tap into that feminine? So you have to understand, as a base, we all have both. Now, if you're walking in your masculine energy leads. All that cold, harsh, isolated environment, what feminine is not going to deal with, not going to put up with, not that they want to, right? They can if they have to. That's why they can be independent. That's why they can be strong. That's why we have so many conversations about modern women. The confusion with, don't let me get on the soapbox, the confusion with the equality, the feminism conversations. The thing is, we've always been equal, but what's been forgotten is that we are completely fucking different. We are not the same.